it's Andrea. Welcome back to hopefully the last video of the Scrappy Americana Flag sew along. I'm going to link Fat Quarter Shop down below in the description box if you want to check them out and get your quilty goodies. So this is Lori Holt's. We're continuing on with the short stripe section. So the last row is going to have a red. Basically all we have left to do is sew these together. There's no outer border or anything like that. We're done with everything but putting the pieces together. So that's why I've got high hopes we'll be finishing today. High hopes. High in the sky, apple pie hopes. Oh, it seems to be measuring out pretty nicely. I'm feeling pretty tired, man. I'm already ready for bed and it's just 6 o'clock. I'm like so wanna lay down right now. But I cannot. Sam's at work. I'll have to pick him up about 8:30. Go to bed about 9. It is Sunday night as I'm sewing this, by the way. And this is for Tuesday's post, so I'm a little behind the current events. I went back and I'm watching this season before the season I just watched of Potomac because I realized I hadn't watched season 7. So I'm watching them a little out of order, but that's all right. Turned out pretty good. Lining up pretty good. I'm still working on this block on the side project. Making postage stamp quilt on my 1.5 inch scraps. And I use these as leaders and enders. Uh-oh, what the hey? What in tarnation? What the heck happened? It was all scrunched up. Oh. Okay. Let me go press these 2 rows and I'll be back. Okay, now I'm gonna just pin these 2 pieces together and that will be our short strap section done. Let's see. High hopes. Again, this is going to be a pattern that's very forgiving. If it's not lined up perfectly, you probably would have a hard time seeing that because of all of the stuff that's happening. heifer? Stabbing me? You ain't nothing but a heifer. Ha ha ha. Okay. Wow. These pins don't like me. Okay. We got a little bump in the road here. I think. Hattie Witchy ways that a little bit. We had a jagged little bit of swallowed down like a jagged little pill. Had a jagged little edge. Okay. Doop, bloop. Pull this off and press it. I'm pressing to the red, by the way. Be right back. Okay, now we're going to attach our blue stars. To our stripes. And the reds start out as the pieced blocks and end as a solid block. Go ahead and pin this. I'm just pleased as punch how this is lining up, y'all. Not mad at that at all. tinker and adjust. Welcome to my room. I don't think I've ever been to Miami. I've been to Key West, Orlando. Is that it? That might be it in Florida. That I remember. I know as a kid, when we went to Disney, we went to the beach, and I don't have any clue what beach, you know, as a kid. So I'm sure it was somewhere else in Florida. But as far as I have recollections of, I think just Orlando and Key West. Key West once, Orlando multiple times. Let me press this. I think I'm going to press it to the blue. Yo, I'm going rogue on this. I still can't get over the fact that this is like 67 by 109, something like that. Something round in there. And I put it on my bed and it's so freaking long. It's crazy. Oh, it's 65 by 105. Almost twice as long as it is wide. So I sit there and contemplate. I'm going to make the blue shorter. And my stripe shorter. I'm bringing this guy in. I'm going rogue. I'll do it though where I can repair it if I decide that's horrible. Lord knows I've got enough extra fabric if I need to remake something. So yeah, I'm gonna take this red back off this blue. Wait a minute. I'm keeping this blue stripe. So I'm going to separate it here at the blue border. Now I'm going to remove three columns of blue, and then I'm going to remove 3 blocks from each of the long stripes. And you know what? I may even make a couple of extra stripes because it is so skinny. It could stand to use another stripe, but I don't want to leave it. I know there's 50 stars, right? But this is just too awkward. It doesn't have to be an actual representation of the flag, right? Like I said, and if it's horrible, I can always put it back together the way it's supposed to go. But I'm going to try this. The only kind of hiccup will be this border on the top and bottom. We'll have to cut, but I can always recut if I need to. Okay. This section's staying the same. Let me press this blue flat again. I just want to actually fit on my bed normally. Okay, so 3 columns of stars. And see, this is the border that's gonna be disturbed. Okay. Right here. Going off the script. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the seams off your already finished quilt. And you don't mess around with Jim. I really think this is gonna work. Obviously, or I wouldn't be doing it, right? But just make it a little bit more realistically sized. Try to keep as much intact as I can in case I think it's a complete disaster. Who thinks I'm crazy? Raise your hand. I thought about doing this from the get-go, but I was just too scared. And when I laid it out on the bed, I thought, I'm gonna do it. This is going to be the difficult part. Definitely going to have to cut this border here, but I got to leave enough slack for a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Do, 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 do. I feel like a seamstress. Where'd my ruler go? Tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit. Okay. This has been removed. Doing surgery over here. these ends. Reinforce these ends. Doesn't need reinforce. What? It's the wrong side. Yeah, this one needs reinforcing as well. What the heck are you doing way over there? Oh, let me press this down again. Oh, there's not 50 stars anymore, but who cares? The short red section. Okay. Got my, that's not right, this. Quilt. I do what I want. I hope my squares are gonna line up now. The way I was kind of eyeballing on the bed, they should, but we'll see, right? press to the blue. Okay, how many? We've got 6. Let me see if these are gonna, before I trim those stripes, I'm gonna see if they're gonna line up. Be right back. All right, if I take off 3 blocks from each stripe, the blue is this much longer. So I think I'm just going to trim that to make it fit. I'm scared. I think I'm making the right decision though. Who's clutching their pearls right now? I mean, who's freaking out, man? I am. I'm freaking out. But I'm doing it. I'm going for it. You don't spit to the wind. You don't pull the mask off the Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with him. Now, a wiser woman would have trimmed a little bit off this side of the border and a little bit on the other side of the border, but I'm not a wiser woman. What's the easiest way to make this better, woman? And I did take 3 squares off. And I'll trim the end at the, or the top at the end. Let me go press and take 3 off all the next lines, and I'll be back. Alrighty. Now we just got to sew the rest of these together. Dang it. Darn this stuff. Oh, no. Pin got me. I just realized I was going to get me a 7 brew coffee today and totes forgot. And now I'm like craving it so bad. Of course, it's way too late now. Man, why didn't I get me that earlier? I'll pull these off, press to the red, pin the next two stripes together, and I'll be back. I can do this on my own. I got tired of pinning. I'm just throwing caution to the wind. I'll anchor and adjust as I go. Just be sure and make sure you're lined up as you go. I went to pin and I pinned the bottom of this quilt to the top of this quilt. I didn't even pin the line on, and that's when I was like, screw it. just let's just go. Let's get it on. Woo, babe. Let's get it on. Let's love, baby. Let's get it on. Sugar. I am lining up these seams as I go as well. I need to check on the binding for this. Not sure which fabric's the binding. Of course, I won't need as much binding now, but I'll probably still, I don't want to do that head math. I'll probably still just cut the same amount of binding, and then my quilter can give back to me whatever's left. I got some peanut brittle today from Walmart, and it sucked. It is so bad. From their marketplace. So whoever's making it does not know how to make peanut brittle. I had some real good ones from Aldi. I already finished that bag. So I'm going to have to go back to Aldi and get me some more, because that Walmart's not going to cut it. I could tell as soon as I unbagged it, it was off. It was weird. Because it was kind of see-through a little bit. Kind of, you know, and my other peanut brittle did not look like that. No, that looks weird. Translucent. Yeah, not good. What an undertaking. Alright, I'm going to go press this and get ready for our next. We have 3 more rows to put on. I'm running out of time, aren't I? Next 2 lines. I'll probably put the last 3 together and then attach the 3 to my main squeeze. Some of my hair getting weaved in. DNA's all over this fabric. So. Blood, spit, hair, Lord knows what else. Let me pull this off press, BRB. Okay, our last red stripe. So once we get this on, we can attach it, this section to the quilt, and we'll be finished. Save for me trimming that little bit of blue at the end. boots, they jingle, jangle, jingle. When I go walking merrily along, my friends say, gee, ain't you glad you're single? And the truth ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. I got boots that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go walking merrily along, my friends say, ain't you glad you're single? The truth is so very far from wrong. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. I was saying boots, wasn't I? I think it's spurs. So I go riding merrily along. Okay, press, BRB. All right, this is the top's last trip under the needle. Yeah, I think it's gonna be now, since I've trimmed that blue and all that, it's gonna be about 65 by 90 now. Around about. Better, much better, a ratio in my opinion. In my humble opinion. That's just kind of a guesstimate, because the 3 blocks I cut off are 15 inches long. I took 15 from 105, that's how I got about 90. Oh, and then she was having us do a scrappy binding out of our low volumes. I'm just going to have my quilter use a white binding with the white background. I really don't want to use my low volumes on binding. I definitely don't want to do a scrappy. This has been an epic project, hasn't it? If I would have just took off the 3 stripes all the way up, then my blue section would be way too big for the ratio. That's why I took the blue off. because my blue would have been half the quilt and that would not have looked right. Know what I mean, Ray? Let's look at it. Okay, guys, there she is on my bed. The overhang at the end is probably about 5 inches off the end of the bed. Much better than 20 inches off the end of the bed. I love it. I don't think you can even tell that I tweaked this guy. What? Sam came in and immediately said, I want it. And I immediately said, heck no, I love this freaking quilt and I'm keeping it. Then he trumped me by saying, I want it for Christmas. He has not asked for anything from Christmas yet. And I keep asking him and keep asking him. So he knew that would get it. It's going to be his Christmas present. So at least it'll still be in the house for a little bit, right? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you like the video, and subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me's. I'll see y'all at the next one.